This video is a product buyer's guide intended for gift givers and adult collectors. Hey guys, welcome to Toy Chat. This is Max.
And Sang.
Today, we'll be reviewing the newest Monster High Skullector dolls from Mattel Creations. Once again, designed with adult collectors in mind and themed after an iconic horror franchise. The possibility of a Chucky and Tiffany 2-pack leaked a long time ago, but it officially came to fruition and was finally revealed in late April. These dolls do indeed pay homage to Chucky and Tiffany, characters introduced in the 1988 film Child's Play and 1998's Bride of Chucky, respectively. Long before the internet had Megan, there was Chucky. Speaking of which, did you know those two were at one point beefing on Twitter? Chucky, of course, being a famously creepy doll possessed by the soul of a serial, shall we say, unaliver. In his debut appearance, this man, named Charles Lee Ray in his human form, ends up in the body of a good guy doll as a result of voodoo magic. He ends up the not-so-friendly companion of a young boy named Andy, and a series of freakishly violent events ensue. His on-and-off-again girlfriend, Tiffany Valentine, wasn't introduced until a decade later, after there had already been 2 additional Child's Play installments. Bride of Chucky cranked the camp to 11, veering more towards self-referential parody. Tiffany was played by Oscar-nominated actress Jennifer Tilly, also known for her major voice acting roles. Although her demeanor might seem a little sweeter, courtesy of Tilly's distinct voice, Tiffany is just as sadistic as her partner. Closer to present time, there was a Child's Play remake featuring Aubrey Plaza in 2019, and currently you can catch the Chucky TV series via Sci-Fi. Monster High's Skullector spin on these characters comes with a few creative liberties as expected, and we'll be covering every detail you need to know about these limited edition dolls in this in-depth review. If you'd like to check out our previous Monster High reviews and discussions, our full Monster High playlist will be linked in the description below. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss a moment of the adult collector perspective here on Toy Chat. Alright, from there, let's take a freak peek at the latest Skullector dolls.
Like most previous Skullector dolls, the Chucky 2-pack was released exclusively through the Mattel Creations website, and sold out in under 10 minutes following the drop on May 1st. The reveal process stirred up a bit of controversy, since only one teaser post was shared to Monster High socials on April 21st, and the dolls' full appearances were not revealed publicly until the morning of their drop. This 2-pack was priced at $90 plus shipping and handling, matching the cost of 2021's Beetlejuice dolls. The packaging includes familiar Skullector-style display doors, featuring glam shots of Chucky and Tiffany on either side. Their names are written across the bottom. Chucky fans will recognize this iconic font style. On either side of the box, we can see respective photos of Chucky and Tiffany in menacing poses. The back of the packaging features the same Chucky and Tiffany logo above a splatter red heart stabbed with a knife. Below is text written in a slightly tamer version of the dialogue these characters have in Bride of Chucky, just after Tiffany is converted into her doll form. In the words of Tiffany herself, "I'm making the other blonde doll eat her heart out." Once we open up the front doors, we can see the dastardly duo in their displayed backdrop. Directly behind them is a bathtub, and the backdrop is covered in bubbles.
The upper right side features a cool Easter egg reference to the voodoo chant Chucky both successfully and unsuccessfully attempts throughout the series to transfer souls. Dembala, referenced in the chant, is in fact based on a real-world ancient Haitian deity believed in some religions to be the primordial creator of all life. There are multiple videos on YouTube doing really fascinating explorations of this, a much better better and clearer job than I could do here. Definitely recommend checking those out if you're curious.
There's a red TV on the right side, and we can recognize the Bride of Frankenstein's Skullector doll featured on screen. This is all surely a reference to the moment Chucky pushes a TV into Tiffany's bathtub in The Bride of Chucky, which is when her life as a doll begins. The main cardboard interior backdrop can be removed, and you can easily free the dolls and their accessories from there. Once we've snipped the dolls free, we can see even more Monster High Easter eggs hidden across the backdrop. There's a Monster High Skullector in a large bubble, and beneath is a copy of the Gory Gazette, featuring artwork of several classic Monster High characters like Dracula, Frankenstein, and more. This cover is a reference to the real Monster High graphic novel, illustrated by John Howard, and was originally published in 2014. Alright, it's time to check out Chucky and Tiffany up close.
We'll kick things off with the creepiest doll of all, Chucky, in Monster High form. It seems as though, however, that this doll is female presenting, continuing the Skullector trend of gender-bending horror icons. I think this approach opens up a lot of possibilities from a fashion doll perspective, but personally, I hope there are some male-presenting Skullector sculpts on the horizon too. Just like the villain that inspired her, this Chucky has vivid blue eyes and a tan, peachy skin tone. She has smoky orange-brown eyeshadow surrounding her eyes. Her nose and cheeks are dotted with freckles, and she has stitched scarring printed over her right eye and off to one side of her lips. She wears a dark mauve lipstick. Fun fact for those who don't know, although Chucky suffered gnarly defeat sequences in multiple Child's Play movies, it was the climax of the third installment that kicked off his updated appearance, after his face was badly mangled by a scythe. Tiffany then stitched him up in Bride of Chucky, which has since become arguably his most iconic appearance. This Chucky doll's hair is of course a vibrant red, with one section parted off to her left side with a statement hair clip. It's a black-handled knife with a metallic silver blade. I kind of wish this doll had an actual knife accessory, honestly. Her hair was lightly styled with a bit of product out of box, and although it is soft to the touch, this one seems a bit scraggly and greasy with a lot of split ends. She might need a boil wash. This doll has slight indents in her ears, but she actually does not have full earring holes and doesn't come with earrings. Her outfit is similarly spooky cute to her inspo. She wears a black spiked choker that does not go all the way around her neck. It may be a bit loose if you remove those plastic ties. Her denim style overalls read Good Guys in red font, just like the fictional Good Guys brand of dolls that Chucky originates from. Although there's white stitching to simulate it, these overalls have no functional pockets. Cute red buttons are sewn onto the overalls. The original Chucky's overalls are speckled with a variety of design elements like cowboy hats and boots, which we see abstractly iterated onto this Skullector doll. In person, these look a bit like nondescript blurs. I was not able to tell what they are. Just like classic Chucky, the ankle cuffs are brightly multicolored. Beneath her overalls, she wears a crop top sweater with red, green, and blue stripes. This mirrors Chucky's signature shirt design, with one notable change of adding bloody drips to the red sections. Chucky's shoes are fire truck red platform sneakers with sculpted laces. Tiny white skullets are painted at the top, and there's a white stitch and blood drip print on either side. The lower outer sole reads Good Guys. There's one more intricate surprise at the bottom soles. There's white drip sculpting, and we once again see the Good Guys logo.
Finally, we have the bombshell baddie, Tiffany. She looks pretty devious, doesn't she? Beneath her highly arched eyebrows, we can see her smoky black eyeshadow, dusted with a pearlescent shimmer. Thick black eyeliner is drawn around each of her green eyes, and if you look closely, you'll notice that her eye shines are heart-shaped. She sports Tiffany's signature beauty mark, and she wears jet black lipstick. Her hair is platinum blonde, with one section swooped into a nice curl at the left side of her forehead. The rest trails down a bit past her waist in wavy curls. As a nice touch, this doll comes packaged with a hairnet in box to maintain the styling. If you inspect her scalp, you notice that it's painted black. This is a cute reference to the fact that Tiffany isn't a natural blonde. She wears black hoop earrings on each of her ears and black nails to match her lips, and everything else. Tiffany's outfit is loosely based on her leather jacket look from the movie. You'll notice the letter C heart tattoo over her chest. The C is for Chucky, of course. Jennifer Tilly sports a similar tattoo in the film. This Tiffany doll's leatherette jacket has a faux zippered interior and mesh puff sleeves. The pleather material continues onto the back, and the interior is not lined. Underneath, she wears a white dress decorated with a splattered red heart pattern. It has white mesh shoulder straps and includes a black belt, which is attached to the same fashion piece. It all opens in the back with Velcro. There are 2 layers of white tulle beneath the top layer of the dress. Tiffany also wears a pair of black mesh stockings, which doesn't quite reach her ankles. Her shoes are stylish black boots with sculpted lacing. There are some additional sculpting details to imitate leather texture. Each back heel is painted red with a black tip. Both of these dolls are on the Monster High Little Sister body sculpt, so their proportions are similar to Gen 1's Halloween Wolf.
These dolls come with just one accessory, a blood red clutch purse that seems intended for Tiffany. It has sculpting of black lips and drips across the front. This is a solid plastic piece, but the dolls can hold it using a small loop handle. Both dolls also come with the signature black Monster High stands, as well as a certificate of authenticity. Alright, so here are our final thoughts on the Chucky and Tiffany Skullector dolls. As we mentioned in a previous video, Sang and I stopped being Skullector completists some time ago, both because they've been so hard to get and because not every release piqued our interest. I wanted to make a point to try for these ones because although I haven't seen every Child's Play movie, I'm very familiar with the characters of Chucky and Tiffany and Jennifer Tilly, and I appreciate the overall design of these two. Just like the Pennywise and Beetlejuice dolls before them, I think this 2-pack is likely to appeal to collectors who are fans of both Monster High dolls and the Child's Play franchise. They're also just objectively really spooky, cute, and fun, and something that makes them a bit unique in the Skullector lineup is that they have some fashion pieces that are pretty versatile to share with other Monster High characters. All that being said, I think a lot of collectors will have a hard time considering this a $90 value. As we discussed in the Beetlejuice Skullector review, with these high-profile collaborations, Mattel is not the only party expecting a profit from this release, so by nature, third-party licenses and partnerships will have higher price tags. Unfortunately, though, I think this 2-pack is overall less detailed than the Beetlejuice dolls that cost the same. I think this Chucky set could have really benefited from some additional accessories, maybe the Voodoo for Dummies book or something like that, or higher quality fabrics in some cases. I also don't know whether this is a unique problem to the ones I received, but the articulation on both dolls seems unusually stiff. Ultimately, I think the Mattel Creations design team definitely has their hearts in the right place. There are a lot of really cute design concepts here, but on the manufacturing and business side, moving forward, I really hope more thought is put into the detail and quality control of the design's end product when they're asking for these premium price points.
Mattel's strategy of releasing this collector's item without much fanfare was a hot topic among the community. On one hand, the idea was to combat buying bots and scalpers by dropping a link to buy this product less than 30 minutes beforehand. But on the other hand, the sudden drop took collectors by surprise. It's true they mentioned a specific time for the drop during the teaser, but they didn't fully reveal the dolls, and the drop was on a Monday rather than the usual Friday drop. We did not see the final product promo images or even get a price until a few minutes before the link went live. Regardless, the Chucky doll sold out in record time. I think ultimately this strategy failed, and there were still a lot of disappointed collectors who didn't get to buy what they wanted. The only thing that this drop proved was that collectors were willing to buy Monster High collector products regardless of not seeing the final product beforehand. This left me with a bad taste in my mouth, and hopefully it doesn't give Mattel the impression that we, the collectors, are willing to buy Monster High products sight unseen or regardless of value or price point. In terms of the actual dolls, I think they're cute. The Chucky doll is pretty cool, and I like the designer's spin on the character. I really like Tiffany's smoky makeup and the heart pattern on her dress. And I love that they are on the little sister body sculpt. I know some collectors wanted more accurate recreations of Chucky and Tiffany with more accurate clothing and scars on Chucky, but I appreciate that the designers created their own version of the iconic characters rather than recreating them with just Monster High assets. Though you don't actually get a lot with this set, which is unfortunate. I expect to at least get a few more accessories beyond the plastic purse. Maybe a miniature good guy box? Overall, I don't think this is my favorite Skullector release, but as a fan of the Chucky franchise, it's a nice product to own, despite the lack of value here.
Thank you so much for joining us for this review. We hope you enjoyed it. Definitely sound off in the comments below and let us know your thoughts on the Monster High Chucky and Tiffany Skullector dolls. Very curious what you all think of these. Horror fans, did they meet your expectations? Do you think they earn their value? Our full Monster High playlist will be linked on screen here. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't. Let us know what you want to see reviewed next, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.